Hi, this is Dr. Rajeshwar from YR PharmaTube. In the last lesson, we learnt an introduction to polynuclear hydrocarbons. You can find the link right below this video in the description. Watch it. In this lesson, I would like to discuss the structure and synthesis of naphthalene, which is the simplest polynuclear hydrocarbon. By the end of this lesson, you should understand the structure, nomenclature, and synthesis of naphthalene. Structure of naphthalene. John Kidd proposed the name naphthalene as it has been derived from a kind of naphtha. Naphtha is a broad term encompassing any volatile, flammable liquid hydrocarbon mixture, including coal tar. Naphthalene has the chemical formula C10H8 and it was the first pure compound to be obtained from the higher boiling fractions of coal tar or crude oil. Naphthalene was easily isolated as a colorless crystalline solid at 80 degrees centigrade. It is the simplest polynuclear aromatic hydrocarbon. It is a planar molecule with two fused benzene rings. The two rings share two carbon atoms and a single bond. The 8 carbons that are not shared by the two rings carry one hydrogen atom each. Those 8 atoms are numbered 1 to 8 in sequence around the perimeter of the molecule, starting with a carbon adjacent to a shared one. The shared carbons are labeled 4A between 4 and 5 carbons and 8A between C8 and C1. The molecule of naphthalene is planar like benzene. Unlike benzene, the carbon-carbon bonds in naphthalene are not of the same length. In naphthalenes, there are unequal bond lengths around the two rings. The bonds C1-C2, C3-C4, C5-C6 and C7-C8 are about 1.37 angstroms in length, whereas the other carbon-carbon atoms are about 1.42 angstroms long. The bond between the two rings is the shortest and the lengths of the others are shown in the structure. This difference is consistent with the valence bond model in naphthalene and in particular with the theory of cross conjugation. This theory would describe naphthalene as an aromatic benzene unit bonded to a diene but not extensively conjugated to it, at least in the ground state, which is consistent with two of its three resonance structures as shown here. Note that C1-C2 bond is a double bond in two of the three structures and a single bond in one, while the C2-C3 bond is a single bond in two structures and a double bond in one. This explains why the C1-C2 bond is shorter than the C2-C3 bond. Because of this resonance, the molecule has bilateral symmetry across the plane of the shared carbon pair as well as across the plane that bisects bonds C2-C3 and C6-C7 and across the plane of the carbon atoms. Thus, there are two sets of equivalent hydrogen atoms, the alpha positions numbered 1, 4, 5 and 8 and the beta positions 2, 3, 6 and 7 positions. As the number of fused benzene rings increases, the number of resonance structures increases as well. Two isomers are then possible for mono-substituted naphthalenes corresponding to substitution at an alpha or beta position. The two aromatic rings in naphthalene contain a total of 10 pi electrons. Two isolated aromatic rings would contain 6 pi electrons in each aromatic system for a total of 12. The smaller amount of electron density gives naphthalene less than twice the resonance energy of benzene, that is 252 kilojoules per mole or 126 kilojoules per aromatic ring compared with benzene's resonance energy of 151 kilojoules per mole. Synthesis of naphthalene. Naphthalene is synthesized from petroleum, from 4-phenyl 1-butene, from 4-phenyl 3-butenoic acid and by Haworth's method of synthesis. The first method is from petroleum. When petroleum fractions are passed over copper catalyst at 680 degrees centigrade, naphthalene and methyl naphthalenes are formed. Methyl naphthalenes are separated and converted into naphthalene by heating with hydrogen under pressure. This is a dealkylation reaction in which the alkyl group is eliminated from the reaction. Prior to 1960, all naphthalene came from coal tar, but now almost half of it is produced from petroleum by this method. The second method of synthesis is from 4-phenyl 1-butene. When 4-phenyl 1-butene is passed over red hot calcium oxide, results in the formation of naphthalene. The third method is from 4-phenyl 3-butenoic acid. This reaction is popularly known as Fittig's synthesis. The 4-phenyl 3-butenoic acid on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid undergoes ring closure or cyclization initially to form an unstable compound which itself rearranges to eliminate a water molecule to produce 1-naphthol. This 1-naphthol on distillation with zinc dust gives naphthalene. The last method is by Haworth's synthesis. This method of synthesis of naphthalene involves 5 steps. In step 1, benzene and succinic anhydride are heated in the presence of aluminum chloride to form beta-benzoyl propionic acid. This is a Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. In step 2, beta-benzoyl propionic acid is treated with amalgamated zinc in the presence of hydrochloric acid to give gamma-phenyl butyric acid. So this is a Clemmensen reduction reaction in which the carbonyl group of beta-benzoyl propionic acid is reduced to CH2 in gamma-phenyl butyric acid. In step 3, ring closure is achieved by heating gamma-phenyl butyric acid with concentrated sulfuric acid or polyphosphoric acid to form 1-tetralone. In step 4, carbonyl group of 1-tetralone is reduced by heating with amalgamated zinc and HCl to give tetralene, that is 1,2,3,4 tetrahydronaphthalene. And in the last step, aromatization is achieved by dehydrogenation of tetralene heated with either selenium or palladium to yield naphthalene. Substituted naphthalenes can be obtained by using toluene, bromobenzene or anisole instead of benzene in step 1. Preparation of substituted naphthalenes. The reaction of Grignard reagent with 1-tetralone introduces an alkyl group at the first position. When this product undergoes dehydration in the presence of an acid followed by treatment with selenium, 1-alkyl naphthalene is formed as the final product. These are all the references followed for preparing this lecture. That's all in this lesson of structure and synthesis of naphthalene. In the next lecture, we discuss the chemical reactions and medicinal uses of naphthalene. Till then, never stop learning and never stop watching my videos. Thank you for watching this video.